Sagittarius, hi, welcome back. We're going to be doing your weekly tarot. It's for June 7th to the 13th, smack in the middle of eclipse season. And they are happening in your axis, you and Gemini. But first, we're going to take a look at the recent past, current situation, the near future, and then we will close off your reading by pulling a couple of cards to get some advice from the universe. Yes, Sag, I'm sure you've been feeling these. We all have, collectively, individually, but these eclipses are happening in your house of identity and your house of partnership. So it's big, you know. These are our foundations. All right. Let's take it a little lighter and get into this reading. All right. For Sag, June 7th to the 13th. Now I'm going to stop it here for you. Judgment is at the bottom. I'm not surprised. Okay. I'm going to just take both. Wow, Judgment's at the bottom. You know, Judgment is a card of deep transformation. Yeah, it's a decision. Yeah, it's a judgment call, but it is way more than that. It's ruled by Pluto. You know, Pluto's ruled by Scorpio. This is deep transformation, like sweeping, rising from the ashes, letting what's not, let it burn. You know, it's purging it, it's purifying it. But I thought I said I was going to be lighter. I lied. Recent past, we got the Tower here. Something came down because it had to come down. For some of you, it could have been shocking. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you knew something wasn't working. I don't see you so troubled by it. Yeah, there's a little sadness. Yeah, there's a little grief. But I don't see you deeply troubled by it. It's so interesting. Yeah, the Tower's here, you know? This is, you know, what it does is basically say a foundation wasn't strong here. And it was built on something weak, right? And so this, when it comes down, is the universe doing us a favor, and it's moving it out of the way so that you can build something stronger in its place, you know? Foundations have to be strong. You can't let any little downfall, any little gust of wind should not be able to knock down a foundation. If it is, then it's not strong enough. You know what I mean? And so you're at that place where I think you're seeing that. And I feel like you definitely realize like something wasn't working anyway for some time. Because this week you've got the Three of Wands. This is you. Like you really are able, you have a high point of view here. You're standing high, like a bird's eye view on everything. You can see things from the big picture. You know what I mean? You have the Three of Wands, you got the Six of Wands here. And then you got Death. And the Seven of Pentacles. With the Tower and Death, obviously something's coming to an end here, you know. And with the Death being here, it's definitely overdue. It's, you know, it's no longer serving you. It's a version of yourself. Like I said, I'm cheating a little bit with astrology. But death is death of the ego anyway, right? What's the ego? It's your identity. And so it's about letting go of things that they worked for you for some time, but not anymore. It's not serving you anymore, and you know it. And death means you could also be ending a situation. It might not just be within yourself, but there is a situation here that's done. You know that you've poured a lot of energy into it, but you reached a point where you're like, it's just not working, and I don't think I want to invest in this anymore. Six of Wands is here. I feel like that's a sense of confidence. Of course, a sense of victory this week. But you're back on the horse. Now, Three of Wands is getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're waiting for something, like you're waiting for your ships to come through. It's just very interesting. Near future, you have the Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands is under the Three of Wands. So I don't know if you're waiting for the right time to strike. Are you waiting for the right time to strike? Because the Eight of Wands is about striking at the right time. It's also an opportunity where, like, if you did take action, you really could make a lot more progress in this kind of energy. But it's high energy card, the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of messages, whether you're actually sending messages, emails, text messages, or you're just getting a lot of insight, you know? But there's a lot coming through. A lot is being communicated to you in the near future. Whether it's really in this 3D, whether it's in your subconscious, there is a lot being communicated to you. Six of Wands, under that you have the Five of Cups. So it's like, what I say, ups and downs, ups and downs. First you feel good, and then you like You feel the loss of something again, right? Or you could just feel like things are not working out for you in general again. But the Five of Cups, maybe we need forgiveness with others, with ourselves. But the Five of Cups says, you know, at this point it's kind of water under the bridge. And it's better to kind of lift our head up and to see that all hope is not lost. We still have a lot of good things working for us. You know, there's two good cups right behind if we were to just shift our focus. And then you also have the Four of Pentacles here under death and the Seven of Pentacles, which is interesting because I feel like you want to let it go, but I also feel like you're very guarded here. Like you're protecting your heart, you're protecting your thoughts. It's like you're just like, I don't know. It's like you don't feel like you're safe. And it's got you guarded and holding things so close to you. So close to your heart, you know? When the truth is, you gotta let it flow. All right, let's go in and clarify all of these energies. Sag, let's clarify for you this week. All right, first of all, the cards are like, okay. Sorry if you hear people outside. I'm in New York, the weather's gorgeous, and hey, they're enjoying it. So, with the reason, it's Saturday as I do this. Look at me living the life. Glamour and glitz. All right, I'm gonna stop it here. Ace of Swords is at the bottom. Clarity, victory, the power of the mind, the power of communication. Yeah, you're ready for new beginning, new reality. Wow, the Tower's here twice. Telling you, if you don't flow, then the universe will make us do it. Tower is divine intervention. It brings something down because we didn't do it. We've known it wasn't working. We've known it was weak, but we just kept hoping for the best, right? Maybe with time, and then the universe is like, okay, you don't want to do it? I'll do it. And then there you have it. Clarifying the Tower, though. Ace of Pentacles. There's a real blessing. The Tower is, like I say, divine intervention. It doesn't seem like it at first, can feel very chaotic, and it can shake us up. This for me is blessing in disguise. That's what that means for me right here. Blessing in disguise. All right, current situation clarifying. We got the King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands. There's a lot of maturity. King and Queen, maybe these are people. Either way, these are very mature energies. It's energies you could be taking on. It could be the people around you, but they're very mature. This is maturity when it comes to your intellect, maturity when it comes to your emotions. And you also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and the Tower fell twice, plus death is here. Clearly, you're on to new beginnings. King of Swords clarifying the Three of Wands. Again, just mentally, you're able to, like I said, stand at this bird's eye view of everything. You're just seeing the bigger picture. You are objective, not subjective, right? And then you have the Six of Wands clarifying that as Queen of Cups. She represents unconditional love. She's actually the most beautiful cup in the whole tarot. And she uses her intuition deeply. For me, she's like a minor arcana high priestess. So there's just a lot of love, a lot of acceptance, a lot of unconditional love here, right? A lot of safe space here. But I do feel like you may not feel like it. It is here. It's just up and down, right? Like first you do, and then you're like, no, I don't know if I do, right? It's kind of like that. Death. Clarifying death in the Seven of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Wands. You definitely have the willpower at this point to for rebirth. You have the willpower to let things go and to bring in something new. You know, the Ace of Wands is a personal reboot. That's the Ace of Wands for me. And death is death of the ego, right? So something's outdated and it's time for personal reboot. Again, with astrology, should I say it? Yeah, eclipses in your first house. Okay. Clarifying the Eight of Wands is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man says, surrender to the experience. And that's what it sees you doing. I actually think when you get into that place of surrender to everything that's happening, no resistance, I see a little bit in the end. We'll get there. Otherwise, I don't actually see it. But again, it's a back and forth, right? Like it takes a moment to fully embrace something. But the Hanged Man is like surrender to the experience. In that surrender, I think you're going to get a lot of insights. You know, that Eight of Wands is there. Now, clarifying the Five of Cups is the Hierophant. So there was something here. Obviously, the Hierophant is literally a part of our identity. It's where do we belong? Maybe it's your place in society. But there's something here that was such a big part of who you are, that you belonged, and it's just part of you. And now something fell apart here. Could be with a particular person, a relationship here, but the truth is, as I said, all hope is not lost. There are still 2 good cups here. Now, clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, which is under death, which is under that Ace of Wands, is the Tower. So I feel like if you resist this change, the Hangman says just surrender. Again, if we don't do it ourselves, then the universe steps in. And I like to say, when we do it ourselves, it's actually a lot easier. When the universe does it, it's actually a lot harder because we don't have any time. It pulls the rug from under you. That's just the truth. All right, let's get some advice from the universe. Keep it short and sweet, but let's grab some advice from the universe. What's the best advice for Sagittarius this week as they navigate these energies? June 7th to the 13th. Eclipse Gemini, your house of partnership. It's like, there's a lot happening. I feel you. I feel for you. I'll stop it here and let's get 2 cards. 6 of Cups is at the bottom. 9 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. For me, the 9 of Wands says don't lose hope, keep persevering. But the Ace of Pentacles is here and it says this is a blessing in disguise. As I said, right? 6 of Cups. Obviously, some relationships from the past are here. There's nostalgia, there's sweetness. There's a lot of good ones too. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Sag. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there are ways to show it now. You can like, you can hit subscribe. Of course, you could drop a comment. You can also tune in next week for my weekly tarots. All jokes aside, really, Sag, thank you, and I'll see you next week.